So working on some upper body and kind of shoulder girdle foam rolling, trying to really loosen up most of the muscles that attach to the shoulder, but also the shoulder blade. First one we're gonna get in on is the rotator cuff, so kind of teres and lats back here. We're gonna lay right over the foam roller. Have it perpendicular to your arm. We're kind of in the back of the armpit here, so you can roll yourself back or forward until you kind of find the sweet spot. It really should be on the back of the armpit, again, where your shoulder branches off your torso. From right there, we have a couple options. We can roll with a reach, using your legs and your other arm to propel you. So we're trying to get down into those tissues. If you're working more on your lats, you can come further down. Comfort may vary. And working into that. If we're really trying to get into the back of the shoulder muscles here, we're probably working on rotation. So I'm going to rotate that arm into internal and external rotation. Just really kind of seeing what shakes loose and where the tender points are, moving slowly through this. You can also come slightly forward and get onto essentially the front of the shoulder blade. So you're actually going to be right in the armpit now. And again, we're here, we're just slightly more forward. You're still kind of laid over the roller. Same, we're finding the tender points. And again, we can rotate that arm in and out. Now we're working on the internal rotators of the shoulder. So we're trying to move into external rotation. You may get a little bit of a kind of numb, tingling sensation when you're doing this. There's a lot of blood vessels and nerves in this area, so that is normal. Obviously, if it's getting worse, get off it, and just make sure that your feeling comes back shortly after getting off the roller. But it is not uncommon for that to happen. You just want to not spend a ton of time leaning on it. From there, we go right into the pecs, which are obviously the biggest chest muscle. So again, we're going to kind of come onto the stomach now. Still keeping that foam roller roughly perpendicular to your arm. We're not going to be on our shoulder. We're going to come right off it onto the chest. And finding that, what I find helps here is actually to do, obviously relax into the roller, and as much of the weight as you can take. Offload yourself a little bit with the other arm if you need to, but otherwise try to relax into that roller. And we're going to sweep this arm up and down. You can come higher, but you can also just kind of slide the floor. And we're trying to work those tissues loose a little bit. Again, this is a good prep if we're doing overhead work or heavy pressing, pulling, benching, any of that kind of stuff, to just really loosen up the tissues, get them warmed up, and make sure that the shoulder blade's moving well, you have good rotation in your shoulder, and that everything is unstuck, pretty much, because we do want good shoulder mobility, and this is a big part of it, is making sure that those soft tissues and muscles that we're working a lot don't get tight, or if they do, they don't stay tight, so that you have the ability to move well when you're actually strengthening them.